What's poppin' YouTube? My name is Kas and welcome back to my channel Side Main Hustle. Today I'm going to talk about 7 best tips to have a successful garage sale. Let's get right into it. So like I said, my name is Kas and I've made my side hustle into my main hustle for my main job, and I am documenting my process along the way here on YouTube. So if that's something that interests you or something you think you might find some entertainment from, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. I'd appreciate it and help out the channel a ton. So let's get right into it. The number one thing I think that people should do for having a successful garage sale is organizing your items in your garage sale and kind of creating it like a little store. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put the kitchenware with the kitchenware, you're going to want to put the electronics with electronics, and so on and so forth. Make it so it's nice and easy for people to shop around your garage sale just like it's a normal store. The second thing that's pretty important is to have a price in mind of what you want for certain items. You can definitely label each item, and that does take a lot of time, especially if you have a lot of little things, and it is time consuming. But if you have the time, that's the best way to go, so people don't have to keep asking you, hey, how much is this, or what's your price on that. I would recommend, at least if not labeling everything, at least labeling the big items, the big ticket items, and as well as having things put in sections. Maybe that might help. So if your kitchenware is in one section and you have different denominations of kitchenware, so a few items are $1, a few other items are $5, kind of lump them together. You can even put a price in that section, or you can at least have an idea yourself of what stuff goes in that area, so that way you can tell them, if they ask you, hey, how much is this, you can tell them, oh, that was in that area, so it's $1 or $2 or $5. The next biggest thing that you're gonna have to do is definitely advertise. Advertising on Craigslist or on some other website to get it out there to the masses, people who are looking it up to come to garage sales first thing in the morning. Or definitely at bare minimum, you're going to want to put signs. I absolutely recommend a combination of the two, putting it online and putting signs up outside on your street lights and on the poles to direct people towards your garage sale. You definitely want to use some bright signs, or at least arrows with garage sale sign on it, or even something as simple as an arrow on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. But if they see an arrow on a bright sign, they generally know that it's going to be for a garage or a yard sale, and they're going to be following those. And you're going to want to make them uniform. So if you're going to do it all on cardboard, that's fine. Just make sure they're all on cardboard. If you're going to do it on like some kind of neon sign, make sure they're all the same. If you're going to do it on a professional sign that you bought from the store, then make sure that all the signs are the same, because they're not going to want to drive around looking, hey, is that the one I was going for? Is that the one that was, that I saw 2 turns ago? So definitely make sure that they're all uniform. Another big thing that you're going to want to do to prepare to have a garage sale is you're going to want to make sure that you have lots of change on you. You're going to want to have $1 all the way through 20s. You're going to have those people who come first thing in the morning. They're going to buy $1 item. They're going to hand you a 20, and there goes $19 of your change. Then you're also going to have those people who do come, early, and you haven't had enough time to have sales, and they hand you a 50 or 100, and now you don't have change. Generally, the people who are going to give you those larger bills are going to end up buying a little bit more, but I actually ran into it this past weekend. Someone came earlier and they handed me 100, and they only bought about $15 worth of stuff. Luckily, I had the change on me, so it definitely works out to have a wide variety of change to give to people. A big thing which you're going to want to do, it's more of a convenience thing. It's not really going to hurt your sales, but it's more giving the buyer that's coming to your garage sale a little bit peace of mind to be able to take their stuff, is you're going to want to have plastic bags. Definitely going to want to have bags, so that way you can have them put whatever little items that you're going to have that they're going to be buying. If they're buying 4, 5, 10, 15 items and they're all small, they're going to want to have something to carry it in. A lot of people don't come to garage sales with a bag. They kind of expect people to have it there, and if not, then they're just going to be kind of upset carrying a bunch of little items back to their car. It just makes for a better experience for the buyer. Now, the 6th tip I have for you is to put things on tables if you can. If you're planning on doing garage sales on a regular basis, this, I recommend making the investment into some tables. You don't have to buy them brand new from the store. You can find them on Craigslist or borrow them from people that you have and friends and family that happen to have folding tables or something like that, that you can actually put your little items on tables. Now, if you're going to be putting something on your driveway and you happen to have glass items and your driveway is sloping and it's on a table, be careful because it will slide off. I have been doing garage sales, I don't know how many years, ever since I can remember that I've been hosting garage sales and going to garage sales, and it just never seems to fail that something breaks. It just happened to me on Saturday. I had put the table out and we had put a bunch of glass items on the table. My driveway does slant downwards a little bit, and sure enough, everything kind of shifted a little bit, and first thing in the morning, we had glass broken on the driveway. It was not fun. I had to worry about people obviously getting hurt or anything. I swept it up right away, picked up all the pieces, and I definitely didn't want later on to have glass in my tires. So just be careful and be aware that if you do have a slanted driveway, then be careful about putting the glass on top of the tables. But in general, people do like to see things up at their level where they don't have to bend down on the floor, they don't have to reach down and pick something up. It's just easy for them, so that way they can pick it up, look at it. If they like it, great, they can take it. If not, they can put it right back down, and then they can move on to the next item. Now, the 7th tip I have for you kind of goes along with the 2nd tip that I had mentioned, is that you're gonna have people that are gonna come and haggle with you a little bit. They're gonna want to get a better price. They're gonna say, hey, you know, give me $10 items for $5. Now, there is different ways you can handle it. If you're just looking to get rid of stuff and you don't want this stuff in your household and you're just like, okay, just give me whatever price, that's fine. You can go ahead and take the $5. But most people, once they put together some items, they're generally going to want to buy it. They're generally going to want to take it. And if they're ready to check out and they're like, okay, here's the $10, they're just doing that last pitch, that last effort to try and save some money. And for the most part, what I do is I stick to my guns. I'm like, hey, you know, I told you it's already $10 total. So that's kind of what it is. If you feel like being a nice guy, you know, okay, fine, $9 or whatever. But cutting your profit in half by letting them get away with giving you $5 for what you had previously agreed on, $10, you definitely want to try and stick to your pricing, so that way you can maximize your profits. Now, I know I said 7 tips, but let me go ahead and give you one last one, a bonus one, if you will. A good rule of thumb is to put large, high value, attractive items on the curb or close to the curb, so that way when people kind of do their looky-loo, their drive-by, like, hey, should I stop here, should I not, they're gonna see something that pops up in their view, and they're like, oh, that looks good, let me go stop over there. But what you're also gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make sure that you keep your high value small items close to you. Now, I can't even tell you how often this happens. No matter how much you want to give people the benefit of the doubt and you want to think that, hey, people are good and most of the time people don't steal from you, I have had it happen multiple times to myself, to people I know, that you put the high value items just kind of, you know, in that group, in that category that they belong to, especially electronics, and then next thing you know, hey, did you sell that? You ask your husband, your wife, you know, your friend, your whoever's helping you with the garage sale, hey, did you sell that? No, I didn't sell it. I thought you did. And poof, it's gone. So you're definitely going to want to keep your high value small items close to you, generally on the table in front of you where you're sitting. Kind of give yourself a little bit of space too. You don't want to be right up on the table and, you know, watching people like a hawk, but you're going to want to give yourself a little space, but also have that in plain view, so that way, you know, someone doesn't take advantage of you and advantage of your goodwill, that you just believe that everybody is trying to do the right thing and just buy at a bargain from a garage sale. So that's basically my 7, well, plus 1, so bonus 8 tips that I had given you today. Hopefully this helps you out and you are able to have a successful garage sale with these quick tips. I know the garage sale season, yard sale season is coming right around the corner, and it's starting to get a little bit warmer, especially in Southern California. I don't know about where you live. You might be still in snow, so it might not be a season for you yet. but definitely these things will help you out in the future. Hopefully you can take these tips and apply them to your next garage sale. Well, thanks for joining me on this quick video. I appreciate you taking the time to watch and make it all the way to the end. Again, my name is Kas from Side Main Hustle. I've turned my side job into my main job. If this is something that you enjoyed, click the thumbs up button. Thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you can subscribe, that'd be great. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you have any tips that you would like to share and things that work for you. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Catch me in the next one.